Hello folks, it's Will Hessey here, live from the cabin. Today doing you a review of the Squier Jaguar. Okay, so we've got this one here, finished in surf green, and it's made out of basswood. We've got maple neck, rosewood fingerboard, and it's made in Indonesia, this one. So that's why it's working out a little bit cheaper than your Japanese and Mexican and American fenders. Okay, with the Squier brand name on it. So this cost me in the UK about £260. Probably if you're looking at your Japanese, Mexicans, could be about £600, and then beyond that maybe £1,200 for your USA models. Okay, so this one here, our Squier, we've got volume and tone as per usual. We've got a vibrato bridge here, it's a floating bridge, which is different from fenders. We haven't got the lock here that we have for the bridge, if you want to lock that off. We've got a switching system. So with these three here, we've got a control for the neck and the bridge, and if we put them here, it turns the whole guitar off, and we can bring in the neck on its own, bridge, or neck and bridge. We've got here the strangle switch, as it's affectionately known, which when we're off like this, it's just the normal sound of the guitar. We bring it in, and we get rid of a bunch of low end, to make it sound a bit thinner. Clacky sound you can hear is the bridge. And on this particular one I've replaced the saddles with some Graph Tech Mustang saddles, because compared to the Jaguar ones, which come as stock, they have multi areas slots for these strings to go. This one just has the one like the Mustang, but you can adjust the height as well. So they're not quite set up as I would have them just yet, which is why that B's a bit flappy, but never mind. They're really good, I'm really pleased with these. Duncan designed pickups, and they make this particular Jaguar sound a lot fatter and darker, I would say. Then up here is we have our rhythm circuit, so when we're down, it's just normal lead circuit, bring it up, it's the rhythm one, and we have controls of a volume and a tone on roller pods. Okay, so they sound a little bit different, look at those. We have 9.5 inch radius on a 24-inch scale, which is short scale for a Fender, and medium jumbo frets, makes it a very playable guitar. It came strong with 9s on, which were a bit weedy, so I put some 10s on, which has improved it, and as some offset guitar fans would like, they'd probably put some 11s on. That will certainly help with the bridge. Okay, there's, I know, issues with these and the Jaguar's Jazzmasters Mustangs where the bridge can sink in a little bit. Actually probably not so much with the Mustang. Common mod is to put a Mustang bridge on this, but I just went for the Mustang set. So let's have a listen. Got some clean sounds here. We're plugging into the Vox ToneLab ST today. Okay, we'll start with the strangle switch off, both pickups. Let's go neck pickup. Bridge pickup. Okay, so quite a mixture there. If we bring the strangle switch in, and here's the big difference there. I mean, these pickups as stock are quite fat sounding anyway, so it does make a really big difference when you bring that switch in, the clean ones. Okay, let's do a, we'll turn that back off. We'll go to the rhythm circuit. Okay. Which I've turned off, hopefully. Okay. So on here, so there's a little bit more girth there. that volume. It's like it takes a bit of the volume out as well. So it's a big difference. You have to do that when you've got a tremolo, by the way. You have to, every other chord, do a bit of that. So that's just showing you really what it does. So we'll do some noodling, some clean sounds here. So this is good for a kind of Bigsby-esque wobble. You could go the full Van Halen, but it may not return to tune. Okay, let's go bridge pickup. Quite a big difference there, just taking the strangle switch out. So on. Really does fatten it up quite a lot. Okay, so let's try some distortion out. Strangle switch. both pickups off. Okay, return to the normal position. We'll try the fat switch here. Okay, so quite interesting how this one fares. It's quite a versatile guitar, and certainly before I got one I was led to believe short scale, maybe feel like a toy and sort of very plinky plonky kind of sound. But maybe it's the help of these Duncan design pickups as well. But with those it does sound quite fat when you want it to, but then that strangle switch, you bring that in, it gets rid of all that low end and goes a bit more traditional Fender, kind of telly style, twang. And then this rhythm circuit, I can see how some people don't get on with that because it makes everything a bit more nasally, really. Okay, but just on that last example there, I could imagine that with a nice thick fuzz and just sound really good for some lo-fi action there, I reckon. Some lo-fi riffage. That would sound pretty awesome, I reckon. But I must say, I think this is a really great guitar. If you haven't got 600 quid to or £800 maybe now for those ones with the nitro finish, Mexican ones. This cost me $260. I think it's really good. I think it's ripe for modification. So there's just everything you could tinker with here. The pickups to get that right sound you want. The wiring you could upgrade. The machine heads. The bridge saddles certainly, or the bridge you might certainly look at to do that. The bridge, the vibrato is pretty good. As long as you don't give it too much stick, it seems to stay in tune. And I think it's a pretty cool guitar, and it's surf green. Did I fail to mention that? Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, answered all your questions. If it didn't, then feel free to ask me some questions and I'll answer them for you. Subscribe, because it gives me something to do. Alright, cheers folks, au revoir.